I really geek out on all the great product information and learning more and more. So those that we have, X39 obviously is my foundational product for me. But as well as the new products that are launching this year, namely Celergize, as well as the X2o water machine. And we got to hear about some really incredible studies that have been done that illustrate the great benefits of the X2o water machine. And today, we are very fortunate to dig deeper and hear more about these studies and the incredible benefits of this product from none other than the inventor and the creator of those products, our founder and chairman of the board, David Schmidt. And with that, I'm honored to pass the time over to David. And I'm just going to sit back and learn about this incredible product. David.
Wayne, it's great to see you.
Yeah, you as well. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to learn more. We had incredible feedback on the product and the studies especially. And I know you know the studies and the product better than anyone. So I know we're all excited to hear more from you.
Well, before we get started, I want to share a testimonial because this happened 30 minutes ago. And it was just so thrilling and exciting. I wanted to share it with our community. So I know our compliance department is probably going to scream at me, but I'll suffer the consequences later. But us two marketing guys, we can talk about that.
Absolutely.
So as people know, we've been working on our drone project, and working on drones, you need experts in aircraft manufacturing, composite work, electronics, pilots, and so forth. And here in Orlando, we just happen to have an incredible community of people that we can draw from. So we always want to work, of course, with the best and most talented people possible. And there's a gentleman who's in his 60s who has been building aircraft for 40 years. And we contacted him because we had planned for months that he was going to be working on a project for us, doing some fiberglass and carbon fiber work on one of our drones. So we finally got to the point where we're ready to engage in the project, and he came back to us and said, "I'm really sorry about this, but I've developed crippling arthritis, and I can't move my hands anymore. The pain is just too intense, and my hands are frozen open. So I can't go back to work, and I'm really sorry I can't do anything for you." And I said, okay, why don't you come in to the office and let me work with you for a bit and show you some of our light therapy products. And he said, okay, he didn't have any idea who I was or in that regard or what it is that we were doing over at Lifewave. We had only been talking about the drone project. So we talked for a little while, and he gave me a background on what he was going on in his life. And he's in his mid-60s. And in addition to crippling arthritis, he had a problem with his gut. And of course, the immune system is in the gut, and arthritis is a problem with the immune system. He's also pre-diabetic, and he had all these unfortunate health challenges. And it's so sad because just as somebody's getting ready to into their later years, they may want to retire. Of course, I don't think 60s are the later years anymore, but it's a separate subject. But as someone's getting to that age, that they have to be suffering with these chronic conditions. So I gave him, I explained what all of our products were. I gave him a glass of our light infused water. I then placed an X39 patch on the back of his neck. I placed our energy patches up on the elbow points to improve the flow of energy through the hands. And then I put an Eon patch right at the hand where the worst pain was. And in less than 1 minute, his pain level dropped from a 10 to a 4. And in 5 minutes, his pain dropped from a 10 to a 1. And he regained 100% of the mobility in his hands. And we chatted for a while. And as he was walking out the door, he said, "Oh, my pain is at a zero now," and he was, in absolute shock. And he had been complaining about fatigue, which isn't surprising. And he said he felt more mentally alert, he felt more energized. And it just goes to show that with our products, not only does the light infused water and the patches work synergistically, but the effects, the magnitude of the effects are enormous. And we can change people's lives with this technology. And that's what's just so exciting to me, is that he walked into the office and he spent 15 minutes telling me how depressed he was, how sad he was, that he got to this point in his life. He felt totally dependent on his wife to take care of him, and he walked out a new man. So just, wow. I'm so excited and so happy for him. I just had to share it with you all.
Yeah, that is so inspiring, David. I've been watching the comments, and the common and most used word has been wow, just wow, 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 amazing. It is truly incredible.
So I'm going to show you now in this presentation with Caitlin Connor, Dr. Caitlin Connor, who was at Vision, absolutely brilliant woman. When she gave her presentation on the water studies, I think she felt as if she was speaking with a room of PhDs who know everything about the technology. And unfortunately, while people had appreciation that we had done all of this work, I think many people in our community would like to dig into this maybe in a way to help them understand the clinical studies a little bit better. So every month now, over the next couple of months, we're on 7 clinical studies on our water machine. We're going to be covering one study and getting into it in detail, so people can really understand what this new technology is doing, why it complements the use of X39 and our other patches, and how it's going to benefit and change their lives. With respect to the gentleman that was here, I'll show you one data point in particular, where there is what we measured on our equipment was a 273% change in the bioelectrical readings just within 1 or 2 minutes of drinking the water. So when you're seeing this magnitude of change, it's no wonder why we're going to get these kind of testimonials and experiences. Okay, so with that said, let's go ahead and get into it. And let me share screen here. And in just the beginning here, you may want to comment on a few things. Okay, so at the global conference in October, I shared results from Water Study 1. I may cover that again a little bit later in the year because the results are so dramatic, but today we're going to focus in on Water Study 2. And of course, this is our light-infused water. To give just a brief overview, some of the things that myself and Wayne and Meredith and the team have talked about is the rollout of the water machine. We showed off these prototypes to our SPDs in October, as well as showing it off in general session. And just to repeat, we're going to be going to market in the United States this year. We'll start in the United States first. And that's a pretty good representation of what the water machine looks like. In April, we have 30 of our top